Hey friends, and welcome to week 2 of the 40 Days of Prayer Help for Hosts video. My name is Tom Kang, and I serve as the men's pastor here at Saddleback Church.
And I'm Jessica Sanchez, serving as a campus coordinator at the Los Angeles campus.
LA!
Woo woo. Congratulations. If you're watching this, that means you made it through week 1. So not only did you make it through your first week, but here you are. You're back and you're ready for more.
Yes,
I guess we didn't
Lord.
scare you away.
Well, Jessica, we'll see how this next week goes. Seriously, though, I want to pause here for a second before we dive in and remind you of the importance of what you're doing by hosting this group. It may feel like you're just having a conversation with a few people. It may feel like you're just giving up a couple hours a week, but know this, there's actually no substitution for the impact God can have when we spend our time with just a few others. With all the miraculous powers Jesus had, with the ability to spin the Milky Way around and put stars in the sky, he decided the best impact he could have was to spend time with a few close followers. By hosting this small group and investing your time, you're creating a space where miraculous transformation can happen.
Absolutely. Whether that's with 2 people or 20, God is mightily at work. And we're hoping that you will see this transformation as we journey through the weeks ahead. Now, last week we talked about the purpose of prayer, that prayer is God's idea because he wants to hear from us. This week, the topic is how to pray with confidence. Prayer can be a scary thing when you think about it. Talking to the God of the universe can be intimidating, especially with other people listening. But this week, we'll be focusing on the fact that prayer is just talking with our Father, a consistent, close, and competent Father who wants to hear our voice. The theme verse for this week is from 1 Peter 5:7. Cast all of your cares upon him, for he cares for you. Make sure to take a moment before your gathering this week to reflect on this passage yourself. Stop and pray, then cast your own cares on him, because he cares for you.
So good. Now, I want to remind you that you don't need all the answers as the host. You just need to be one step ahead. So after you watch this video, watch Pastor Rick's video teaching and follow along in your study guide so you know where things are headed. One thing in particular I want to bring your attention to, and that is during this session, Pastor Rick is going to give the opportunity for anyone in your group to pray to commit their lives to Jesus. Remember, we're a church that welcomes all types of people, which means that you shouldn't assume that everyone in your group is already a Christ follower. While Pastor Rick is praying, pray silently for those in your group and pray that God would make you sensitive to the work he is doing in their lives. After the video, before the discussion ends, make sure to give a chance for people to share if they've made a first-time decision to follow Christ. If anyone did, gently congratulate them and let them know that they can grab a Fresh Start with God kit for free at their Campus Connection Center.
Wow. Just thinking about this is getting me really excited, Tom.
Awesome.
Eternal life change is going to happen, and nothing is better than that. So as we close up, here are 4 tips as you prepare for this upcoming week. Number 1. We're talking about the type of father that God promises to be to us. And this may bring up some emotional sensitivity about earthly fathers. Further, we'll be praying for any heartbreak or pain that people are going through. Remember, you don't have to be a counselor or a therapist. In fact, the best thing that you can do is simply listen. The greater the pain, the quieter that you should be. So listen, then stop right then and there and pray for the person that is hurting.
Number 2, if you haven't already started, be sure to use the daily prayer journal in your study guide to daily walk through and reflect on what God is saying to you. Encourage each member of your group to do the same, as this will really add vibrancy and depth to your discussion every single week. Number 3, be sure to fill out the rest of your group calendar and roster if you haven't already. Also, take a picture this week of your group and post it on your social media channels. That could be all that's needed to get that friend or coworker involved.
And number 4, keep going. With schedules and all the things that get in the way, you may have a few less people than you have the first week. So even if it's just 2 others, keep meeting. Jesus often spent time with just 3 close friends. Remember, with small groups, bigger doesn't mean better. Sometimes the best conversations happen with just a few.
Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for listening, and know that we are praying for you. Look through the materials, check out the tools available to you in the study guide, and be certain to pray for the gathering before people arrive. Have an awesome second session, and we'll see you next week.